Consider the following list of serious side effects: facial swelling, difficulty breathing, fast heartbeat, cold clammy skin, hearing loss, bloody vomit, bright red blood in stools. Surprisingly, these aren't associated with anabolic steroids but are common side effects of aspirin. Different drugs pose varying degrees of risk, and practically any substance can be lethal at high enough doses. It's the dose that can turn a substance into a poison. It's important not to confuse the effects of moderate, controlled use with those of extreme abuse. A low-dose testosterone cycle used for surgical recovery is drastically different from high, continuous doses of oral steroids used for professional bodybuilding. Similarly, taking a baby aspirin is not the same as consuming half a bottle. It's like contrasting a single glass of wine before bed with binge drinking that could land you in the ICU. The key is to remember that dose makes the difference. 8. Building the perfect posterior. This chapter outlines a method to strengthen your posterior chain, encompassing all the muscles stretching from the base of your skull down to your Achilles tendons. This approach can help women achieve an ideal gluteal shape and shed substantial body fat. The two-handed swing is a fundamental exercise that can help women attain toned arms, reminiscent of Michelle Obama, in just 4 weeks. If you had to stick with just one workout for life, the kettlebell swing would be a good pick. Here's how to do it. 1. Stand with your feet spaced 6 to 12 inches wider than shoulder width, toes pointed outward at about a 30-degree angle. 2. Maintain a pulled back and downward shoulder position to prevent your back from rounding. 3. The lowering movement is akin to sitting back on a chair, not a squat. 4. Your shoulders should never cross in front of your knees. 5. Thrust your hips forward as if you're pinching a penny between your buttocks. This should be a powerful movement, squeezing your glutes to their maximum capacity. To lose 3% body fat with minimal effort, Tim Ferriss suggests a 4-week plan combining the kettlebell swing and minor dietary tweaks. Begin your day with a high-protein breakfast, following the slow-carb diet principles. Perform a short sequence of 3 exercises thrice weekly before breakfast. 1 set of 22-legged glute activation raises. 1 set of 15 flying dogs per side. 1 set of 50 kettlebell swings, starting with a weight that permits 20 perfect reps but no more than 30. These simple modifications helped Fleur B., a European journalist and self-professed bread lover, lose almost 1 pound of fat weekly. For individuals seeking a comprehensive buttock workout, the Kiwi's complete sequence is suggested, consisting of 2 workout variations. Workout A. Perform 10 reps of each exercise using a weight you could lift 13 times at most. 1. Heavy dumbbell front squat to press. 2. 1 arm, 1 leg DB row. 3. Walking lunges with sprinter knee raise. 4. Wide grip push-ups. 5. 2-arm kettlebell swings by 20 to 25. Workout B. 1. 1 leg Romanian deadlift, 10 to 12 reps each side. 2. Chin-up, focusing on 4-second negative lowering, x10. 3. 1 leg hamstring curls on a Swiss ball, 6 to 12 reps each leg. 4. Plank for abs and gluteus medius on sides. 5. Reverse hyper by 15 to 25. Each workout should be repeated 2-4 times. 9. 6-minute abs, 2 exercises that work. Author Tim Ferriss had always struggled with achieving visible abs, despite maintaining low body fat levels. Despite years of conventional ab exercises, he didn't see any improvement in the definition of his abs. However, in 2009, he challenged these traditional workouts and came up with 2 exercises that, when combined with kettlebell swings, gave him visible abs in just 3 weeks. In addition to these exercises, maintaining a body fat percentage of 12% or lower is crucial for visible abs. Ferriss recommends the slow-carb diet as it has a high adherence rate, But other effective methods could be a ketogenic diet, specifically the cyclical ketogenic diet, or intermittent fasting. The first movement Ferriss discovered was the myotatic crunch. He realized that most standard ab exercises only utilize half the abdominal range of motion. So, he decided to focus on the stretch position achieved with full back extension for 8 weeks, which led to the development of the myotatic crunch. This exercise leverages the fully stretched position, triggering a strong muscle contraction, or myotatic reflex, leading to more noticeable results in a short period. The myotatic crunch is performed using a Bosu or Swiss ball and follows these steps. 1. Begin with your arms fully stretched overhead, maintaining this position throughout the exercise. 2. Slowly lower your body for 4 seconds until your fingers touch the floor, aiming to stretch your hands further away from the ball. 3. Pause for 2 seconds at the bottom, trying to fully extend your body. 4. Rise back up slowly and pause in the contracted position for 2 seconds, ensuring your arms don't pass the perpendicular point to the ground. 5. Repeat this for a total of 10 reps. As you build strength, add weights to your hands. The second exercise is the cat vomit exercise, targeting the transverse abdominis, TVA, also known as the corset muscle. This deep abdominal muscle has fibers running horizontally, unlike the vertical fibers of the six-pack muscles, and is responsible for pulling the abdomen inwards. To perform the cat vomit exercise: 1. Get on all fours and keep your gaze straight down or slightly ahead, maintaining a neutral neck and back. 2. Exhale forcefully until all air is expelled, which contracts the TVA. The aim here is to use gravity for resistance. 3. Without inhaling, pull your belly button upwards towards your spine as hard as possible for 8 to 12 seconds. 4. After the hold, inhale fully through your nose. 5. Rest for a breath cycle, then repeat this process for a total of 10 repetitions. By combining the myotatic crunch and the cat vomit exercise, Ferriss was able to see significant improvements in his ab definition. 10. Improving sex. Tim Ferriss suggests that it's essential for women to feel comfortable with their own sexuality and not be shy about exploring their bodies. He believes that a woman who doesn't regularly masturbate might be carrying some unresolved issues. It's important that she embraces her orgasmic potential. He further points out that a woman should not feel self-conscious about her expression during orgasm, the so-called O face. It's not something to be considered unattractive. In fact, men often find it appealing. Ferriss also provides advice on how to modify sexual positions slightly for enhanced pleasure. The first modification is changing the angle of penetration so that the head of the penis makes more contact with the female G-spot. This sensitive area is typically about a quarter in size and located 1 to 2 inches inside the vagina on the upper side. To locate the G-spot, a man can insert his index finger up to the second knuckle and make a "come hither" motion. The G-spot will feel like sponge-like tissue. The second modification involves adjusting the pressure of the position to ensure the man's pelvic bone contacts the clitoris directly. Ferriss recommends an improved angle missionary position. Here, the woman's hips are elevated using a pillow, with buckwheat hull pillows being particularly effective due to their firmness. The man positions himself as close to the woman's hips as possible, sitting on his heels Japanese style. Playing around with varying depths of penetration can enhance pleasure, with a rhythm of 9 short penetrations followed by 1 long stroke proving particularly effective. It's also worth the woman experimenting with pulling her knees towards her chest or placing her feet flat on the bed to adjust the tilt of her hips. One of these positions will likely be more comfortable and pleasurable than the other. For men who might cause discomfort due to deep penetration, Ferriss suggests aiming the penis at 10 or 2 o'clock, considering the woman's belly button as 12 noon. This adjustment can prevent unpleasant contact with the cervix. Finally, Ferriss outlines an improved pressure missionary position. Here, the man shifts his weight forward a few inches, straightens his legs, and supports more weight on his arms and the woman's pelvis. This adjustment alters the friction focus from the head of the penis against the vaginal wall to the man's pelvic bone on the woman's clitoris, which prolongs the man's endurance and provides direct clitoral stimulation for the woman. 11. The practice and how to the 15-minute orgasm. Tim Ferriss asserts that orgasm occurs when there's no resistance, both physically and emotionally, to a single point of contact between a finger and the clitoris. This state typically leads to the involuntary contractions and flushing that are commonly associated with orgasm. Activities such as kissing, fondling, disrobing, whispering, and requesting are enjoyable parts of sexual intercourse. However, these actions can often distract a woman's attention needed to achieve orgasm. Ferriss suggests focusing 100% concentration on a tiny area of contact for 15 minutes. He advises practicing this technique for long-term sexual benefits. Here's how a man can facilitate this practice. 1. Make it clear to your partner that this is an exercise without any specific goal. This removes all expectations and pressures. I'm going to touch you for 15 minutes. You don't have to reciprocate or do anything afterward. Just focus on the single point of contact. 2. Prepare the position. The woman should undress from the waist down and lie on her back with neck support. Her legs are bent and spread in a butterfly position. If needed, use pillows under her knees to ensure comfort. The man sits to her right side on top of pillows, straddles his bent left leg across her torso, ensuring no pressure on her abdomen. His right leg is relaxed. 3. Set a timer for 15 minutes and start the process. The aim is not to reach a goal, but to focus on the repetition of the exercise. To locate the point of maximum sensation, separate the labia, retract the clitoral hood with the palm, anchor the clitoris with the right thumb, and put your left hand under her buttocks. Imagine you are looking at a clock with the clitoris at 12 o'clock. Locate the point at 1 p.m., and start stroking gently with the tip of your right index finger. Once the time has elapsed, ground the experience by applying strong pressure down on the pubic bone and up toward the woman's head, letting her dictate the pressure. Additionally, using a blindfold can help the woman feel less self-conscious and increase her tactile sensitivity. 12. On a final note. While engaging with drugs, remember the foremost rule: no drug is completely safe. All drugs can cause harm at a certain dosage, reminding us of the saying, "The dose makes the poison." The effects of moderate use significantly differ from those of abuse. For instance, low-dose testosterone injection for a short term contrasts with high-dose, long-term use of oral steroids in bodybuilding. Here are some pointers to keep in mind for the 15-minute orgasm technique. 1. Maintain a light touch. Think of the pressure you'd need to hold two pieces of paper together. 2. Keep in mind that the process isn't about building towards an orgasm. The aim is to focus repetitively on one point for 15 minutes. 3. Consider using a blindfold or an eye mask on the woman to enhance her focus on sensation. 4. Remind her to switch off the performance. She doesn't need to please you or act in a certain way. The focus should be on subtle sensation. 5. Make the practice enjoyable and treat it as an experiment. Any seriousness may lead to tension, so it's essential to keep the atmosphere relaxed. 6. Avoid idle chatter. Some women might start talking to distract themselves and inhibit orgasm or mask expressions of pleasure. 7. If the woman appears tense or anxious, gently encourage her to relax. Thanks for watching.